Yo, what's up, sports bettors? I'm going to be running you through 6 sharp player props. We're going to be going through this platform called Parlay. So let's just go ahead. Let's get into my first pick. So my first pick is from the sportsbook screen. So what you're going to notice is Wiggins. For Andrew Wiggins, his line is 6 on Parlay. But if you look at the other fantasy sites, so like if we go to Prize Picks and you look up Wiggins, they have his line at 5.5. On Parlay, they have his line at 6, right? So you can go back here, you can see Wiggins' line is 6 on Parlay, Prize Picks, Underdog, 2 other fantasy sites. They have Wiggins' line lower at 5.5. All of the sports books also have Andrew Wiggins' line at 5.5. So long story short, Parlay, right? All these books, they all try to be unique. They all want to set lines independently. They're too high relative to every other data point we have, right? All these other sports books are data points telling us where the line should be set. Prize Picks is a data point. All these books are data points. They're all telling us, Wiggins' line should be at 5.5. Parlay is at 6, so we want to take the under, right? Parlay is too high relative to every other data point in the market. That's how you think as a sharp sports bettor, right? I didn't wake up and say, I'm going to bet on Andrew Wiggins rebounds, right? As a sharp bettor, you wake up, you look through the market, you hunt for value, and it just turns out the value's on Parlay and it's on Wiggins' under. So that's the first pick that I ended up going with. And then let's get into some other picks, but I kind of want to explain how this platform works. So Parlay is kind of like Prize Picks, right? I've explained this before for Prize Picks, but Prize Picks, they don't change your payouts, right, based on you selecting over or under. So we definitely don't want to take Wiggins under 5.5 rebounds on Prize Picks because you can get under 6 on Parlay. But what you're going to notice is as I switch this to overs, unders, your payout doesn't change on Prize Picks. Your payout doesn't change on Parlay, right? Overs, unders, you're getting the same payout. But what you're going to notice is Parlay, they have slightly higher payouts than Prize Picks for these 6-pick entries. So Parlay, it's kind of like a new competitor to Prize Picks. They just offer slightly better payouts. So what you're going to notice is if you go 5 for 6 in a 6-pick entry, on Prize Picks, you're only getting a 2x payout. On Parlay, you go 5 for 6, you get a 2.5x payout, so slightly higher. You go 4 for 6, you get a 0.5x payout on this platform. You go 4 for 6 on Prize Picks, you only get a 0.4x payout. So the payouts on Parlay are just a little bit higher. And basically, if you break down, what percentage of my player props, so if you break down, let's just kind of go back here. So like, long story short, is if on Parlay, if you can select these over-unders correctly, over 53.22% of the time, then you're going to be profitable, right? So you can see right here, over-unders. On Prize Picks, it'll be slightly higher. A slightly higher percentage of your picks you have to win because, again, Prize Picks has slightly worse payouts than Parlay. But long story short, if you can get these over-unders on Parlay correctly, just like Wiggins over-under 5.5 rebounds or Davis over-under 14, whatever. If you can get these player props correctly, over 53.22% of the time, you're going to be profitable on Parlay, right? The thing is most people can't get their player props winning over 53.22% of the time, right? If you have no advantage, if you have no edge, you're only going to be able to win your over-unders 50% of the time. And if you can only win 50% of the time, your ROI on Parlay is going to be negative 26%. So if you have no advantage, no edge, right? If you're blindly selecting overs, unders, you have no advantage. You're only going to be able to win your player props 50% of the time, below 53.22%. So you're not going to be profitable on Parlay. So all we're looking for to beat Parlay, all you need to do is find player props that are winning over 53.22% of the time. So typically the tool where I find the majority of my plays is right here. It's called the OddsJam Positive Expected Value tool. And what this tool kind of does is it reads in odds from all the sports books, all these different fantasy sites like Prize Picks, and just shows you, the player props, for example, on Parlay that are winning above 53.22% of the time, and everything is based in sportsbook odds. So what you're going to notice is for Devin Booker, right? So this is an early NBA player prop, an early bet for Sunday in the Suns-Nuggets game. Obviously, Booker went off last night. So what you're going to notice is Booker's over, right, is heavily favored on all these sports books. So again, all these sports books are data points telling you where the line should be set. PointsBet has Booker's over heavily favored. Sleeper, Pinnacle, which is known to be the sharpest sportsbook in the world, they have Booker's over favored. Fliff, another sportsbook, Caesars, DraftKings, FanDuel, all these books, they're all telling you the same thing. Hey, Booker's over is the favorite outcome, right? They're telling you that through their odds. They all have Booker's over as the heavily juiced outcome, around like minus 135 odds. So getting this play on Parlay Play is great because, again, on Parlay Play, just like on Prize Picks, they're not changing your payouts, right? Based on you selecting over or under, your payout doesn't change, right? You select any 2-pick entry on Prize Picks, you're getting a 3x payout. It doesn't matter what 2 picks you select. So long story short, the strategy for beating these fixed payout platforms like Parlay Play, like Prize Picks, is you just want to find spots where sportsbooks have one side heavily favored. In this case, it's Devin Booker over 2.5 threes. And you're going to notice, right, if you only have Prize Picks, this bet isn't available on Prize Picks, and Parlay Play has slightly better payouts than Prize Picks, so you'd obviously rather place your bet on Parlay Play versus Prize Picks if you're going with a 6-pick entry. So the first player prop I ended up going with is Booker over 2.5 threes. From this screen, you can see there's some other plays. So you have Marcus Smart over 1.5 threes. All the sports books have Marcus Smart's over heavily favored, so an early bet for 76er Celtics. All the books are telling you, yo, Smart's a lot more likely to go over 1.5 threes as opposed to under. So this is a great player prop to go with. So the final tool you can kind of use to find value on Parlay Play is called this Fantasy Optimizer. And basically it works very similar to the EV tool. So you're going to see it just reads in sportsbook odds and tells you the win probability for your bet, right? So if we go to Marcus Smart, we see every sportsbook has his over favored. So his over is going to be over 50% to win, but we need our player props to be at least 53.22% to win on Parlay Play to be profitable, right? So all the books have Smart's over heavily favored, so we know the over is going to be winning over 50% of the time, but we don't necessarily know the over is going to be winning over 53.22% of the time. So what the fantasy screen does is it reads in all these sportsbook odds, and then it actually quantifies for you what is the probability your bet wins. So you're going to see for Marcus Smart, it's 53.63%. That's above 53.22%. So it's a profitable play to go with on Parlay Play. And you're going to notice, again, Alex, Pietrangelo, all the sports books have his under 2.5 shots on goal, heavily favored. So this is a great player prop to go with on Parlay Play. Any of these plays that are winning over 53.22% of the time, right? So you don't want to take these picks in red because, again, they're not juiced enough. Like you can see right here for Jokic over 22.5 rebounds plus assists. Sportsbooks have his over a little bit favored around like minus 120, minus 125, but it's not favored enough like this play on, let's say, Alex Pietrangelo, where sportsbooks have his under around minus 140. So sportsbooks are telling you, yo, his under's, a pretty big favorite around minus 140 odds. So that's a player prop that's profitable on Parlay Play. So what I ended up going with for my 6 picks on Parlay Play, so are right here. So I have Marte under 1.5 bases, Pietrangelo under 2.5 shots on goal. Again, I'm just following the data. That's all I do in all these videos, just showing you guys what I'm putting my own money on. I have Smart and Booker over for threes, 1.5 for Smart, 2.5 for Booker. Wiggins under 6 rebounds, Tatum under 9.5 rebounds, 6-pick entry to win $1,500 if we get every pick correct, which you can see right here. Hopefully this video is helpful. Let's make money.